It's the best local sports show in Jacksonville. This is Action Sports Jax, powered by Safe Touch Security.
Yeah, man.
Well, bro, I'm excited. We're excited to have you, man.
Man, I'm very excited, man. I can't even believe I'm here. I'm at this point now.
Nothing says the Players' Championship like a hello, Calvin Ridley. Hey, it's fun times in Jacksonville this week. Ridley looks ready to play. Excited to be here and penned an article in the Players' Tribune today sharing his story about the suspension and his time in Atlanta. More on Calvin in a bit. But here we go with the Players' Championship. One of our best weeks in Northeast Florida. It's a party. It's a showcase for this beautiful area that we all live in. It's a big-time golf tournament. First tee time, 6:50 in the morning. Early start. Gates open at 6:45 a.m. If you're up watching me and getting there when the gates open, I should buy you a Sawgrass Splash tomorrow. Come find me. Welcome to Action Sports Jax at the Players nightly show surrounding this golf event. I'm Brent Martineau. Earlier today, the First Timers event. Players playing the Players for the first time. Some of them have been on tour for a while. Others are new to the big time. They come from near and far, and more pro golfers call this area their hometown. There's one big reason, too. It's TPC Sawgrass.
This is a hidden gem, we would say. We also call it Hogwarts here. We're very lucky, we're very thankful with the PGA Tour to have a place like this that let us practice for free.
As a facility, but also as an area, the people here are so friendly. Everyone is so welcoming. It's a very chilled out way of living. The beach is on our doorstep, so it's the perfect place for me, really.
Well, take a look at this. Between St. Simon's Island, Jupiter, and Jacksonville, it feels like the entire PGA Tour lives within a 6-hour drive. 19 current PGA Tour members claim Jacksonville area as their home. 9 of them scheduled to play this week in the Players' Championship. We're actually now down to 8 because Lanto Griffin has withdrawn from the event before it begins. Who's hot coming in here? Well, you just heard from Nico Echeverria. He won in Puerto Rico last week, and Kurt Kitayama is a first-timer, too, at the Players. He won the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill in Orlando last week. So keep an eye on those guys at the top of their game. We caught this moment this morning. Nico breaking down in tears as he described to the media the journey of getting here, battling through the tough times. There's ups and downs as a pro athlete. Everyone has a story, and it's already a good story. Nico is here at the Players.
I'm a very emotional guy, but sometimes I don't want to show that because I feel like it's a weakness, and it's not. I'm just very thankful with life, with what's going on, and being able to play at home this week because I live in Jacksonville for the last 2 years. It's a blessing, to be honest, and super excited with what's about to come.
Really cool guy to root for. He tees off at 8:18 on the 10th hole Thursday morning. Then there are the big names. They are the favorites, but they don't always win here, although sooner or later it seems the best in the game end up with the trophy in their career. We showed you this last night, best yet to win. Guys like Jon Rahm and Jordan Spieth and Collin Morikawa, are they on their way to winning soon? That's star power, and maybe it's their time this week, or at least one of them. Action Sports Jax Dan Hicken with more on the big names trying to win big.
Good luck in trying to decipher a formula that's going to allow you to figure out who's going to win this Players. I mean, it is so difficult. So I like to look at some of the guys who have not won, but maybe are in position to win this prestigious event for the first time. Guys like, well, Jordan Spieth maybe comes to mind, but his best finish here was a T4. Otherwise, he hasn't done very well at the Stadium course. Could Jon Rahm, who has been so good for so long until a couple hiccups at Bay Hill, win this week? Sure he could. Collin Morikawa, he kind of flashes. He's already won 2 majors, but maybe this is his week to find something. But the guy that you really want to pay attention to, I think, is Scottie Scheffler, right? Scottie Scheffler, this course, you know, he can hit it in the fairway. He can hit it on the green. So if he has the flat stick going, I think Scottie Scheffler would be certainly a name to watch heading into this week.
On this golf course, basically on any hole, anytime you get out of position out here, it's a very challenging hole. But if you're hitting every shot exactly how you want to, which is pretty much impossible in a round of golf, it's pretty easy. And so when you look at a golf course from that perspective, it's actually a great test of golf, and I think that's why you see different champions every year.
There are not a lot of 2-time champions here, so it'll be interesting to see if a guy like Rory McIlroy might be able to win. Certainly another name to keep an eye on. We're at the Players. I'm Dan Hicken, Action Sports Jax.
Higgins like a walking billboard for the Players' Championship. He obviously went to the fan shop. You know the players in the tournament are good. Today their caddies put on a show on the Island Green, and they are pretty good too. Plus, we visit with our favorite caddy around here. Action Sports Jax at the Players. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
There's a lot of pressure on the line.
I've always liked playing 17. It's been good to me.
I don't know what to say. I mean, that was an epic fail.
It just does not get old. Welcome back to Action Sports Jax at the Players. I'm Brent Martineau. Oh, the 17th hole. It's about to take center stage once again. The star of the week. Last year, 64 balls in the water with all that weird weather. What will we get this time around? I say it will be under that number. It's always a fun watch at the 17th hole of TPC Sawgrass annual caddies contest at the Players during today's practice round. Ben Martin's caddy wins it, 4 feet 7 inches. Hey, those guys can play too. Nico Echeverria's caddy Fabian Azcarate was second, just under 7 feet. Our favorite caddy in Jacksonville is Paul Tesori. He and his wife Michelle and little Isaiah, who is not so little anymore, hosting their All-Star Kids Clinic at the Yards this afternoon. This thing has really spread from not just in Jacksonville, but around the PGA Tour and some of the stops in various cities. Tesori won this event, meaning the Players' Championship with Webb Simpson a couple of years ago. He's a good player in his own right, but this mission is most important for him.
There's plenty of times when we won in 2018 and we had the big lead going the last day. I thought about this clinic. I thought about my son several times, and I envisioned him saying, "Dad, what are you worried about? It's just golf." And it helps sometimes being out and having that mindset.
They're the best. Awesome. Speaking of the best, right now it's Jon Rahm. If you look at the official world golf rankings, Scottie Scheffler right there, number 2, Rory McIlroy 3, Patrick Cantlay 4. I mean, we've got some hot names and golfers coming into the Players' Championship. Action Sports Jax Stuart Weber with more on world number 1.
When it comes to picking a winner at the Players' Championship, you can usually go with one of two things: the guy who's in very good form or the player who's number 1 ranked in the world. Well, guess what? Those two are one in the same for this year's edition. Jon Rahm is playing terrific golf. He's already won 3 times in this calendar year, and that has vaulted him all the way up to number 1 in those official world golf rankings. Rahm hasn't had the best success when it comes to playing here at TPC Sawgrass's stadium course. That first year as a rookie, he had a sensational first 2 rounds, but then an 82 in round 3, and he missed a secondary cut and didn't even get a chance to play on Sunday. Now, Rahm hopes to lift that Golden Man Trophy at the end of the week, and to do so would be a huge honor for him.
14th or 18 are no joke, and if you can get through that and become the champion, it's a very unique tournament, a very unique championship, right? It is our championship, so I think that's what makes it different.
Fans will get a chance to see Rahm as well as world's number 2 and 3, Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy, when they tee off just before 8 a.m. right here at the 10th hole. At TPC Sawgrass, Stuart Weber, Action Sports Jax.
I'm judging our team's attire today, and Stuart Weber with the Dream 18 shirt and the Action Sports Jax hat. Very well done. Good fit for Weber tonight. More on Calvin Ridley when we come back, including what he had to say about his expectations with the Jags. Here's a spoiler alert. You're going to love it. And get ready for the action of the Players' Championship 2023. No idea what to expect, but we know this. It's going to be good and entertaining. Back to some football we go. The Jags releasing Shaq Griffin. It seemed automatic and just took until today to happen. The team saves $13 million on the cap, and that was needed. Griffin finishes a 2-year stint with the Jags. This past year was highly disappointing for him. He'll end up somewhere else. He's just 28 years old. A lot of excitement about Calvin Ridley today in Jacksonville. You can feel the energy. You can feel his love with this situation. He is happy to be here and can't wait to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. This could be a move that really changes the Jaguars, even though it feels like they're already on the verge of being changed. He said right now, assuming health and playing with Trevor Lawrence, 1,400 yards a season is his expectation for the Jags, and he put period after that. The Charlton County State Championship run just fell short. Historic season for the Indians, making the Final Four for the first time in school history. Had a chance to tie it late right here. Get a good look, but it just wouldn't go down. Wilkinson County goes on to win it by 4, 40-36. A big honor for Talia Scott, the girls basketball player from St. John's Country Day. Helped the Lady Spartans to the Final Four. Today she was named Florida's top girls basketball player. Gatorade Player of the Year award. Scott will play in the SEC at Arkansas in college. All right, here are the Action Sports Jax picks. And we've got big names on that board. Dan says Patrick Cantlay, Scotty Scheffler from Marcel. Stuart Weber's going with Max Homa. That would be a fun one. John Rahm, world #1 for Olivia. And I'm thinking Jordan Spieth's been playing some pretty darn good golf. Can he get it done here at the Players Championship? Guess what? We're about to find out if those guys get off to a good start. In about 7 hours or so, as the 2023 Players Championship tees off. Let's leave you with a look at, some more of the sights and sounds that you know and expect and will be a part of coming up the next 4 days. Have a lot of fun out there. We'll see you at the Players, everybody.